if somebody approaches you, they say they want a job, okay, and they say like, hey, like I want a job, I'm gonna start editing videos for you. There's two big things here. One, if you start uploading content that they're doing for you onto your own channel, one, and then two, you start giving them specific feedback or direction, saying like, oh, I prefer these types of edits, or like, hey, you should edit this video or that. You're basically entering a relationship where you kind of got this person employed for you. I know that H, we'll just say H, so no one knows what we're talking about, has used the cop-out. They're like, oh, well, I don't make enough money for my YouTube. Of course not, because your YouTube is a loss leader for you right now. You make $250,000 a year on Twitch. You've got money to pay for the fucking YouTube channel, okay? Right? So like, that's not an argument either. For when I ran my YouTube channel at the beginning, I paid the dude a flat $1,000 a month, and I made $12 a month on it for like several months until it picked up. And with Hassan's YouTube channel, it would go the exact same way.
Let's
H, my bad.
Look, I don't think we need to...
Mr. H. Good save, Steve.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mr. H.
Look, man,
I would actually rather.
I think Destiny, I do think though it is I think that if you're coming to do work for somebody or whatever, I think it is your responsibility as somebody who is seeking work to establish the foundation for which you want to be compensated prior to doing that work. I think that
it's also the responsibility of a girl not to drink too much when she's out with a guy, so she doesn't.
Okay,
wait,
come on,
right?
that's
but,
this.
No, stop,
it's the exact same thing.
This is really important. Wait, stop. Hold on, let me finish this.
Oh no, he went there. Oh god, I fell into the trap.
Let me finish this fucking point. Just because one side made a mistake does not absolve the other side of any wrongdoing, okay? So somebody can go out, okay? If I leave my car door unlocked...
What do you mean? What are you saying? What are you saying my name for?
Oh my god. If I leave my car door unlocked, okay, that is a mistake that I'm making. If somebody steals from my car, you cannot absolve them of their sin by going, well, did you leave your door unlocked? Much the same way that we could say, if you approach somebody, you probably shouldn't do work for free. That's real fucking stupid, of course. But that's not what the question is. The question is it unethical or immoral to abuse somebody that's coming up to you and offering to do work for free? Just because they're a dumb fuck doesn't mean you can take advantage of their stupidity and not expect to like get a little bit of blame for it. Okay?
I would agree. Okay, to an extent,
I disagree with that.
Does anybody disagree with that?
No.
Like anybody disagrees with that.
Very neutral.
Yeah. Okay. So
I disagree. So can we talk about the specific instance? Because I mean, the biggest issue that I have with the editor is the reaction with which they did it instead of going privately to Mr. H.
He messaged Hassan and Hassan didn't respond. What are you talking about? For like,
wait, where?
Okay.
It was at the end of the DMs. Raj, it's on fucking LSF. We can bring up the fucking name. Stop being such a fucking pussy. What the fuck is wrong with you, Raj?
Wait, what message? I only saw the Discord message.
The Discord message, at the bottom of the message, he said, hey, are you still looking for an editor? That was like the last thing that he typed to him, and the guy hadn't responded to him for like 2 months before that. So the guy like made an effort to talk to him.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on because I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't know.
I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the specific example. Okay, we were talking.
The only reason we're talking about this.
I know we were talking. The fact of the matter is, hold on. Let me establish this. Okay, he does pay his editors. Okay,
Not relevant.
Why is that irrelevant?
Because we're talking about this specific case of abuse. It's possible, for instance,
the apology has been issued. Okay, the apology has been issued. All right, and
Can we talk about it?
that doesn't have anything to do with whether or not the initial act was wrong. You can do bad things and then apologize for them. We're asking if the thing was bad.
How was it what was bad about it, Destiny?
The bad thing is that if somebody comes up to me like, hey, Destiny, here are some videos, like, I know you're looking for a full-time editor. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I start giving direction to this guy, like, hey, could you edit this or that or that? And I start uploading this shit to my channels for free and to my Instagram.
Okay, all right, I'm done.
Okay.
Let's take a vote. Let's take a vote in the poll because the round is over.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. Probably chat.
That's a good topic. I want to talk about that.
We need to be clear. No, we need to be clear about it because I don't understand and chat probably doesn't understand either what we're talking about.
What's happening is Hassan is probably...
Okay, hold on. No. Come on.
That's what's happening right now.
Everybody seems to agree anyway, so we're just arguing over the semantics.
Let the record show that I am very
No, what we're doing is we're changing the direction of the discussion.
I don't think Hassan did anything inherently wrong.
That he knows he's going to get it in the ear roll after the fucking show. So that's what's really going on.
But it's the hypocrisy that's the biggest issue, Wes.
That's not the
like all of ours.
Exactly,
Wait, does any one of you pay your mods? Question mark.
No.
No.
I don't have money to pay mods.
The
But
mods
that's
that
like,
I-
isn't
the-
that
Listen,
the same
Raj, by
thing?
the way, mate, I
Yeah, if
don't
you
I don't
expect them
actually
to do
fucking blame
something-
you because some of the people in his orbit are fucking insufferable lunatics. So like, I sympathize, but you cannot have a blanket rule that people you have a relationship with can't be discussed on this show. Not when it's something as big as that. Because listen, I'll offer anything up. If I'm ever in a fucking drama and for whatever reason you want to discuss it on this show, you fucking have at it whether
And
I'm
you
here
should
or
talk
not.
Kotaku. I think Kotaku
Public
is a great
figures,
service.
public figures get to be discussed. That's unfortunately the price you pay once you put yourself in the public eye.
Well, if
Newsworthy.
it's your friend,
True.
maybe you don't want to do it. Like if it's your friend, so it's like,
Yeah, well,
Well,
Raj
it's not
doesn't have
Raj
to say
saying it.
anything. He's the fucking moderator. We're the ones doing the discussion.
Can you really
It's the
pick
whole,
and
it's the whole
choose?
twit. This is his dude. This is his.
Yeah,
platform,
that's right. It is his
he gets to
platform.
choose.
He can
gets
do
to
whatever
choose.
he
It's
wants.
like just like Twitch gets to choose what words they want to ban and not.
Okay, here's like the blanket. We don't have to talk about this specifically. Here's the blanket thing I would say. If you're making over $100,000 doing shit online, you probably shouldn't have people like editing videos and stuff, doing like your main content for free. That's probably a pretty shitty thing to do. You've got plenty of money. Fucking spread it around. There you
well,
go.
same thing
That's all
like
I'd say.
your mods, for example. Like I don't pay my mods, but I don't expect them to do anything. If they don't want to be there, they don't have to.
It's
Okay.
different
Yeah,
if
we
the
can
mods
talk-
ask
when
to
it
be
comes
paid.
to when it comes to mods, you can make an argument for them. It really depends on the type of like expectations you set, right? So like if you just like mod people like, hey, like watch a chat if you can or whatever, then that's it. That's fine. But if you're like, hey, I stream from like 12 to 6, you need to be here at these hours. These are the types of things I expect. Blah 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 blah. I mean, at that point, like you're probably like if you're making like a fuck ton of money, yeah, you should probably pay him.
But at that
I
point,
agree,
isn't
I
it
agree
a
with
mod's isn't it a mod's right to just not mod then? If you're expecting a
Yeah,
lot
if
and
they
not
want to,
paying,
yeah,
they
they
should
can
get
just
the
leave.
fuck
It's
out.
choice.
Like
Exactly.
everyone
I think it's like
depends on the
we keep saying it's adults
scenario.
making adult decisions, right? Like obviously
Exactly.
there is some fault in manipulating someone when you're in a position of power, but at the end of the day, I think fault falls on both with a slight edge to whoever's in power.
A slight edge.
Destiny, do you think Hassan correctly rectified the situation? or
Wes,
is he still
please
a
check your
person?
DMs.
Not in the case of getting your car stolen. but
You can just call him out on it publicly.
in the case of like hiring an editor, yeah, I think it's a slight edge to the content creator. But as a editor, you need to be a fucking adult and charge for your service. Obviously, you shouldn't manipulate people. In the case of Hassan manipulating people, I think you shouldn't do that. But in general, I think it falls on the editor too. Stop fucking making videos for free. I freelance edited for a while. Don't fucking do it for free. It's as simple as that.
Seriously, I think both of those are correct.
Okay,